So for this video, we're going to be graphing linear equations using tables. So let's take a look at the first example. We have the equation y equals 3x. And we're going to be using tables. So first step, let's make a little table here. One of the column is for the x values, one of them is for the y values. And what we're going to be doing is just choosing some numbers, values to use for the x values. I like to use -1, 0, and 1. Again, it doesn't really matter which ones you use, as long as, I guess, they're on the graph. You can use ones that are off the graph, but you'll have points that are off the graph then. But let's just use -1, 0, and 1. So what we do is we plug in those values in for x. So we have y equals 3 times -1, using the first value there, which will give me y equals -3. Plug in 0, we got y equals 3 times 0. 3 times 0, of course, will give me 0. So y equals 0 there. And the last value, 1, we're plugging in 1, so y equals 3 times 1. 3 times 1, of course, will give me a 3. So we have -1, -3, 0, 0, and 1, 3. So let's plot those. So -1, -3, 0, 0. And 1, 3. And your dots should make a straight line. If they don't, maybe look back at your work and see if you messed up somewhere. But they should make a straight line. They are linear equations. There we are. Let's take a look at the next example. We have y equals -4x. Again, make a table. Once again, let's choose -1, 0, and 1. So plugging in -1, we get y equals -4 times -1. -4 times -1, of course, will give me y equals 4. Plugging in 0, I have y equals -4 times 0. Anything times 0 is 0, so y equals 0 there. Plugging in 1, I have y equals -4 times 1, which gives me a y value of -4. So -1, 4, 0, 0, and 1, -4 for my points. Let's plot those. -1, 4, 0, 0, and 1, -4. And this one makes a straight line as well, so we know we're good. And let's connect those dots. So there's the equation, or the graph for the equation y equals -4x. All right, so the last one that we're going to look at is y equals 3x plus 2. So once again, let's make a xy table. And choose a bunch of x values here, a few of them. How about let's change it up. Let's use -2, -1, and 0 for this one. So getting the idea across that it doesn't really matter which ones you choose. It'll make the same line, you'll just have different dots on the line. So plugging in the -2 in for x, we have y equals 3 times -2 plus 2. So 3 times -2, make sure to multiply first, don't do the addition, do the multiplication first always. So y equals -6 plus 2. And -6 plus 2 will give me a y value of -4. Plug in -1, I have y equals 3 times -1 plus 2. 3 times -1 will give me a -3, and then plus 2. -3 plus 2 will give me a y value of -1. And the last one, plugging in 0, y equals 3 times 0 plus 2. 3 times 0, of course, gives me 0, so y equals 0 plus 2, which is just 2. So -2, -4. -1, -1, and 0, 2 are my points. And then make a straight line, and we'll connect them. And there's the graph for y equals 3x plus 2.